everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another video, and I figured I would tackle a topic that you guys ask me about all the time. Now, they're not really tabs for what I'm going to be playing here, but if you want to check out my free guitar course, you totally can. It is linked right there, the fretboard decoder. Now, something you guys ask me about all the time is tone, how to dial in a tone, all that kind of stuff. And I thought, I could show you that, how to get it on an amp and all that kind of stuff, but I thought something maybe I could do that, at least personally, I feel this is a little bit more important. I think it's something that kills a lot of tone. Now, of course, tone is subjective. It's up to you. A lot of people like my tone. A lot of people probably don't like my tone. So that's up to you to decide. If you like my tone, then maybe this is something that you will find helpful. But I want to talk about a piece that isn't gear related necessarily. The gear that I am using is I am using my Furman Vintage T right now. That's going into my Axe. So to me, these are two products that have a lot of very good tone options in them. But I'm only going to use one tone, essentially. Because what I want to talk about are these guys. And not just saying that the tone is in your hands, but it kind of is, So much about how your tone is delivered is the way players play. And I see this a lot. That a lot of it is in their hands. It's just, you have to learn how to have dynamic hands. That's really, to me, when people say, like, the tone's in their hands, well, you're really dealing with the person's dynamics, essentially. It's the way that they kind of grab a note. Like, if you play a lick, whatever it might be, there was a lot of dynamics in there. I was palm muting. I was sliding around a little bit. I was adding some bends in there. Then I would really dig in and hit some. So it's all the same tone, as far as like settings and all that kind of stuff goes. But it's really about using your hands to bring out the different tones. And I just think it's something that gets overlooked a lot. Whenever we're playing, we get too caught up in worrying about the gear that we're playing, the string gauge, all these other little things. And it's just kind of like so many tone options are right here. Not to mention if you have, controls on your guitar and stuff like that. But if I'm just playing, like, and you'll see me do it all the time, I roll my volume down. So like right now my tone, but my volume's rolled way down. Maybe switching to your bridge pickup. This makes me play a different way. It makes me really dig in because it's a much more aggressive sound, so I tend to play differently. Using your fingers, It's just all those little things. So if you really want to know how to not kill your tone, make sure that your hands are really in sync with what's happening. And just, the dynamics of your tone is completely dependent on you. You could, of course, have a million patches and all that kind of stuff to switch to. Or you could just, understand how to do this. And maybe this just comes from, when I was in a band playing live, a lot of stuff like that. Like, I didn't have pedals available at the time. So I just learned how to do a lot of this, different sounds by just rolling my volume down. We have a rock song. The next one's kind of cleaner, so I roll my volume down, I switch pickups. Maybe it's in the middle, kind of that Zeppelin-y kind of vibe. Whatever it is, but I just think that, learning how to get the tone out of your hands is the first step to getting the sound that you want, And it's why, the really, really great guitar players, Eddie Van Halen, all these guys, you'll hear them, maybe play on a different rig that's not normally theirs, and it still sounds like them. They still sound incredible. Now, in my opinion, how you fix something like this, if you are playing and you're like, what, I don't instinctively do that kind of stuff, and it's something that you do want to incorporate, a really good way is to listen to players, like, really hone in and understand what they're doing, because I'm telling you, all of the greats are insane at doing this. Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Slash, all of them are incredibly dynamic guitar players. It's a huge, huge attribute to their playing, is they understand how to deliver a note, So whenever the song is opening up, that's whenever they're full blast. But whenever it's kind of chilling out, they could have the same guitar tone and they're just kind of like... You know, you have to know how to open up a guitar and stuff like that. And I think it's such crucial. For me, it was just such an important thing that I learned at a very kind of like young age. I was like, I love the way that they're able to control that kind of stuff. Just... That's the same tone. I didn't change anything. I changed how I played it. You know? But there's your lesson for today. Learn how to incorporate those dynamics into your hands, and I truly believe like that'll really sets you down the tone path that you're trying to get to, because I know it's such a cliche thing to say. That's hard to say in itself, but people always say the tone is in your hands. It really is. You know, it's about how you're delivering those notes. So try it out for yourself. Try to a good exercise is an old Paul Gilbert exercise where basically he practices one note getting louder and quieter at the same speed. You're teaching your hand dynamics at that point. So, hope you guys dug the video. I will be seeing you all on the flippity flop later. Peace out and rock on. Whoop!